Hi, everyone. So I'm going to turn this video off and I will see you at the end of the lesson. Remember, it's Thursday today, so we have a quiz at the end of today. Okay, let's go through this question. So this is just a nice, easy, simultaneous equation where we haven't got any coefficients happening. And we've got the two methods that we learned on Tuesday. The first way is substitution. So we want to isolate one variable. So I'm going to isolate x. So x is equal to 68 minus y. And then I'm going to put that x in over there. So I'm going to say 68 minus y equals 24, because that is my x value. Okay, so that's going to give me negative 2y, which is equal to 24 minus 68. And 24 minus 68 is going to give us negative 44. But remember, that's equal to negative 2y. So when we divide by negative 2, we get a positive answer of 22. So that's my y. And then to find x, we just put it back into this formula over here. So x is equal to 68 minus 22, which is equal to 46. Okay, so that is using substitution. If we're feeling happy with substitution, we stick with substitution. If we don't feel happy with substitution, we can do elimination. So I'm going to just get a different color going on over here. If we do elimination, we want to write both equations and like one under the other one. So we have x minus y equals 24. And we want to subtract the one equation from the other one. You can add sometimes. Basically, your whole goal is just to get rid of a variable. So here, if I'm saying x minus x, then they're going to go away, which means I'm achieving my goal. Okay, so x minus x is going to become 0. Y plus, because a negative and a negative is a positive, so y plus y is going to be 2y. And then 68 minus 24 is going to become 44. So I land up with just y is equal to 22. And then I substitute it into any of my equations, doesn't matter which one. So I'm going to say x minus 22 is equal to 24. So x is equal to 24 plus 22, which is 46. Okay, just going to leave that there for a second for people to have a look. Mukhle, how can I help?
Ma'am, by the other sum, negative y times negative y, is it not positive 2y?
It is? So, oh, you're talking about these two over here?
Yes, ma'am.
We're not multiplying them. We're just plussing and minusing. They're not being multiplied together.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
No problem. Okay. I'm hoping that this has brought back some memories from Tuesday. I'm holding thumbs, but we'll see. Does anyone need to sit on this page any longer? Yes, hi.
Ma'am, can you please wait maybe a minute, because I just entered the lesson and I need to jot down the
question. Yes, I'll wait here for a minute. So I'll wait till 7 past and then I'll move on down.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay. Is everyone else connected at least so far while we get this going? I see connections, I see audios, that's great. I know I at least have one person who's in load shedding with me at the moment. Is anyone else in load shedding with me right now? Or is it just... Oh, Anele, I'm sorry. It's not fun. No. I think it's difficult to not be in load shedding at the moment. You lucky person. Okay, let's try taking this up a step. Okay, so all I've done now is I've got variables involved. So it's very much the same, except that there's a variable. But we can still do either method at this point. You can choose which method you would like to do. Okay, so if I was looking at substitution, now in these previous questions, I could have chosen X or Y in either of my equations to isolate because they were all by themselves. But if I'm looking at a question like this, I'm wanting to isolate where I have 1. So I'm not going to want to isolate that 2x because he's not going to be by himself. But I can isolate that y, for example. So if I'm looking at substitution, so I'm going to do substitution in yellow, I'm going to isolate the y. And I'm going to say y is equal to 6 minus 2x. Okay. Now this is what y is equal to. And that is y over there. So when I substitute it in, I'm going to say 2x minus bracket 6 minus 2x equals 2. Now, before I move on any further than that, is there anyone who doesn't understand that line that I have just written right now? Is anyone feeling confused? Okay. Owami, can you tell me where you are feeling confused?
Then there, that 2x thingy, that the one that has a bracket.
Yeah. You're confused about the bracket.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's just try and break this up step by step, and then maybe it will make it a little bit clearer. This equation over here, right? The 2x plus y equals 6. I use that to isolate y. So I'm isolating y. So I said y is equal to 6 minus 2x. Okay, that's my first step. Before I move on, anyone unhappy with that? Isolating y. Y is equal to 6 minus 2x. Okay, great. Okay, so now I know that this is what y is equal to. And that y is the same as that y over there. So now just instead of writing y, I'm going to write what we've said y is equal to. And we've said this is y is equal to 6 minus 2x. The rest of this equation is exactly the same as this, except instead of writing 2x minus y, I've now written the 6 minus 2x because that is what I have chosen y to be. Owami, yes, tell me.
Yes, ma'am. I understand because I was wondering where you got that thing because you wrote it so close to that first thing and I was getting confused.
Okay, but now you understand where it's coming from.
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. Okay, good. Okay, so we're all at a good place here. So at the moment, all I've written is I've just substituted my y into that place over there. Nokubonga, yes.
Ma'am, I just wanted to ask, when you put the 6 over the equal sign and you made it 6 minus 2x,
yeah,
is it still going to be correct if you say 2x minus 6?
No, because this 6 over here is positive and we're not moving it to the other side. The only thing that moved to the other side was the 2x. So the 2x is what has to be negative.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so now we've substituted our y in. Now we just have a normal equation where we can solve for x. So I've got 2x. I'm going to take this minus sign in. Minus 6 plus 2x equals 2. I'm going to keep my x's together. So 2x plus 2x. I'm going to just keep them here. And I'm going to move this 6 to the other side. And when it moves to the other side, it changes sign. So now I have 2x plus 2x, which is 4x. And that's equal to 2 plus 6, which is 8. Divide by 4. And I see that x is equal to 2. And so what we've done is we've solved for x. Now we just have to go back to our first equation and solve for y. So we say y is equal to 6 minus 2x, and x is 2. So y is equal to 6 minus 4, which means y is equal to 2. Okay, and that is how we would do a question like this with substitution. So we do the same steps that we did on Tuesday. You isolate a variable, you substitute that variable in, you solve for the one, and then you solve for the other. Okay, that's the first way. If we were looking at doing elimination, we are lucky in this question because our x's are the same, they're both 2x's, and our y's are the same, they're both 1y's. So we could do elimination with either one of them. So let's write 2x plus y equals 6, and then we've got 2x minus y equals 2. So I'm going to minus the one equation from the other. So 2x minus 2x is going to give me 0. Y minus negative y is going to give me 2y. 6 minus 2 is going to give me 4. And so y is going to be equal to 2. Then we just use one of our equations to find x. So I've got 2x plus 2, because that's what y is, equals 6. So 2x equals 6 minus 2. 2x equals 4, which means x is equal to 2. So the left-hand side, we're looking at substitution. The right-hand side, we're looking at elimination. Does anyone need to sit on this page any longer for any more amount of time?
Yes, ma'am.
No problem. No problem, guys. Simtanda, how can I help?
Hi, ma'am. Sorry, but for the substitution method, why didn't we plus or minus the two x's together, just like we did on the first sum?
Okay, so we do plus them together. It just happens at this step here. So the 2x plus that 2x, we added them together to get that 4x.
So are we allowed to skip steps and go like straight to that, if possible?
We haven't skipped any steps here. So we've showed the first step, we showed the substitution, then we showed multiplying in the negative sign, and then we added our like terms. So we haven't skipped any steps here. Mukhle.
So,
oh, sorry. Yeah, no, it's okay. Same time to carry on.
So if I said that, then the second line would be 4x minus 6 equals to 2. Then the following would be 4x minus 2 plus 6, and then I'll continue to have 4x equals to 8. Then I'll divide the 2 by 4, and then it would be x equals to 2.
Yeah, that's fine. It would be fine. You just need to make sure that you don't make a mistake with this. Remember the thing with maths, and I know it's irritating, is that the more steps you write, the less chance you are of losing marks. Because every time we write up a step, if you make a mistake, your teacher is allowed to do continued accuracy marks. So they're allowed to take whatever mistake you made and carry on marking with your mistake. But if we miss steps, so if we skip them, and we make a mistake, then they can't do that. So it's kind of a way to help your teacher give you marks by writing out more steps.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, Mukhle.
Ma'am, is the sums on the left the same as the ones on the right?
Yes, except the ones on the right are using substitution and the ones on the right, the ones on the left are using substitution and the ones on the right are using elimination.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, the sum on
just
the
wait, sweetheart, because the Bentley has had their hand up.
Okay, sorry, ma'am.
Hello, sorry, ma'am.
Okay.
I just come a bit late. There's a Wi-Fi issue. Please, could you just explain that method on the right? I'm struggling to understand it.
Okay, so the method on the right is just looking at elimination. I'm not going to go through this question again with it, but the next question I will show you elimination and substitution again. So you'll be able to see it in the next question. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And then my last person who was talking just now.
Ma'am, I was asking the same question as the previous person. I wanted to ask about the elimination method, whether you replace the x with 0.
Oh, so I just, yeah, so okay, so the 0 came because I said 2x minus 2x, which gave me 0. So it was just a way of getting rid of one of them.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
But I will go through it slowly in our next question again, so don't panic. Okay. If you're struggling with simultaneous equations in general, my advice is to stick to substitution. Because it's like a very formulaic way that you can follow and make sure that everything comes together. I would stick with substitution if you're struggling. If you're not struggling, you're welcome to try both and see how they work for you. But that's sort of my advice from here. Okay, so for this one, I want you to try again. You can either do substitution, where you can isolate one variable and substitute it into the other equation, or you could try elimination with this one. But elimination with this one will be a little bit trickier. So I will show you how to do it, but it will be a trickier one to do. So for this question, substitution would be the easier method. Let's see how you go, and I will go over both with you once you've had a chance to give it a try. And if you're working on it and you have questions while you're working, please feel free to post them in the chat so we can answer you as you're working. Don't feel scared. That's what we're here for. Sorry guys, I got kicked out. It will be on your screen in a second. Let me just get it onto, there we go. Hopefully you can all see that again. Sorry, I'm in load shedding, so it's a little bit temperamental, maybe is a good word. But that first one was just looking at finding that variable. CM Tanda, I see your hand is up. How can I help?
Hi, ma'am. What are we supposed to do when both of the variables are occupied? Because you told us to only do the isolated variables that are alone.
Yeah, so in this case, our lonely variable here would be x. So if I was isolating x, I would say x is equal to 5 minus 2y. And then I'm going to put that over there.
But ma'am, x has a variable with it. It has a 3.
But in my second equation, I only need one equation that has one lonely variable in order for me to isolate it.
Oh, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So if your answer is going to be a decimal, then rather keep it as a fraction. Oh, Wami, how can I help?
Ma'am,
Yes.
will I multiply the 3 into the bracket?
Yes, you would.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Ma'am,
Yes.
so after multiplying the 3 inside the bracket, do you multiply the minus y or do you minus the minus y with minus 2y?
So that minus 2y is going to land up becoming negative 6y. And then we definitely would just minus the y from that minus 6y.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. You should be getting a nice, beautiful number for y. So I'm just going to tell you that y is equal to 3. So if you're not getting y is equal to 3, something has gone wrong somewhere. And maybe try and have a re-look at how things went. But you should get a nice number for y. Ah, nice, Lisa Kanya.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Would I be right in saying that x is 5?
Let's see. So if that's 3, then it would be, no, x is
No.
not going to be 5.
Someone got x. Lisa, well done.
Ah, yeah, Lisa's on a roll. Oh, don't worry, there's also load shedding with me, so don't panic. Okay, so I'm just going to carry on. I've started this process. I'm just going to erase it and I'm going to start going through the nice job of Piwe. I'm just going to go through the substitution method again. Okay, so substitution method, we just need one equation where we have a lonely variable. So here I've got a lonely variable here of x. So I'm going to isolate x. Okay, so I'm going to isolate x and I'm going to say x is equal to 5 minus 2y and I'm going to put it in brackets. Now, instead of writing x over here, I'm going to write 5 minus 2y. So I'm going to say I have 3 times 5 minus 2y minus y equals negative 6. Bungakile? Okay. So then I'm going to distribute this 3 into the bracket. Okay. And I'm going to get 15 minus 6y minus y equals negative 6. I'm going to keep my y's on one side. I'm going to move my numbers to the other side. And I have negative 7y equals negative 21. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 7. And I get y is equal to 3. Then I can just go back to my original equation. So x is equal to 5 minus 2 times 3, which is 5 minus 6, which is negative 1. And that is my x value. Okay, so that is how we would do substitution in this type of question. And in these ones, substitution would be our easier one. Great, those of you who got it, I'm so proud of you. Now we're going to look at the elimination method, but I'm going to warn you that the elimination method in questions like this is a bit tougher. So if you're feeling stressed by elimination, then maybe don't listen to what I'm about to say. Okay, so elimination, I have to have two things that are the same as each other. So I'm going to write this 3x minus 6y equals negative 6. And here I've got x plus 2y equals 5. And I need that x to be a 3x. So at the moment, I've got this. Okay, and you can see that these are not the same as each other, and my y's are not the same as each other, which means I can't just minus them. I won't get 0. And the whole purpose of an elimination is to get 0. So if I want this to be a 3x, then I've times it by 3. And I can't just times one thing by 3. I have to times everything by 3. So if that becomes a 3x, then this becomes plus 6y, and this becomes 15. So what I did was I multiplied everything by 3. Okay, now this is the same as this, so I can eliminate them. So I'm going to minus the bottom equation from my top equation. 3x minus 3x is going to give me 0. They go away. Negative y minus 6y is going to be negative 7y. Negative 6 minus 15 is going to be negative 21. And we land up in the exact same place. So y is equal to 3. And then we substitute that in. X plus 2 times 3 equals 5. X equals 5 minus 6. X equals negative 1. Did anyone in this question, I'm just curious, did anyone attempt the elimination method way and get it right? Just out of curiosity. You would have had to have done it in class in order to have been able to do it now, I think. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, well done. Oh, is that a question or did you get that right? Independently, is that a question?
Yes, ma'am. I want to ask, for the question that is x plus 2y equals 5, would you not need to find what x is and what y is in that question?
No, so we use both of these equations to find x and y. So the only thing I'm using that first equation for is to find out what x is in terms of y. And then I use my second equation to find my next variable. Okay. Good. Let's keep trying. Let's do a bit of a brain break because it's half past. I will come back to this question. Okay, this is your brain break. Doesn't look like a brain break, but it is a brain break. And I can give you the one from Tuesday because we can get a chance to do it on Tuesday. So your brain break is, you have to listen carefully. This is a blue single-story house. Everything in this house is blue. The windows are blue, the door is blue, the chimney is blue, the roof is blue, the beds are blue, the curtains are blue, the cat is blue. What color are the stairs?
Ma'am, there aren't any stairs. It's a single-story house.
Ah! Guys, you didn't even no one even said the wrong answer. I'm so sad. They were too quick. My grade 9s were like, oh, they're white stairs, there's brown stairs, there's blue stairs, and no one even got the wrong answer. I'm so sad. Okay, let me give you the one.
But there's one story, so how could you say there's stairs?
Well, because you're supposed to just hear that I'm saying blue all the time, and then you're supposed to just say the stairs are blue.
No, that would be weird. Okay, when I look at it, I can just immediately tell. There is no upstairs. It's just like one house.
One house, no upstairs. Okay, this one, let's see. First person to get this one. I want to know what the question mark is.
Ma'am, is it 15?
It's not 15.
Is it 5?
It's not 5. It's not 7. It's 9 because Zimla got it. And then shortly followed by Tiamo and Nkosi all got 9. Tishviwa got 9. Kelly got 9. Nice, guys. It was also a super easy one.
Okay?
I know, I'm going to have some really hard ones next week.
Okay. Who is the 9?
So this first block was 4 plus 8 plus 7, which gives you 19. And then 8 plus 2 plus 1 gave you 11. 5 plus 5 plus 1 gave you 11. So 4 plus 3 plus 2 gives you 9.
Oh.
Yeah. Nice job, guys. Okay, let's just jump back into some simultaneous equations so that we can at least get another 2 done. Yeah, you just add the dice. So we can get 2 more done before your quiz. Let's try this one. Okay, give this one a go. Again, I want to know what the value for X and Y is. You can choose either method, so you can choose elimination or you can choose substitution. With these questions, substitution is probably easier, but it is up to you. I'm not going to force you to do which one. You must do which one you're comfortable with. And you should get, I'm just going to tell you now, you should get a nice answer. So if you don't get a nice answer, something has gone wrong. And if you want to check your answer without putting it in the chat with everyone, you're welcome to send a direct message through and I'll let you know if you're right or wrong. Okay, got some answers coming in. I'm hoping things are feeling like they're falling into place slowly. Ria, I'm enjoying your answers. Okay. Does anyone need more time before I start going through this?
Yes.
Okay. No problem.
2 minutes, a bit, 2 minutes, then please.
I will give you 2 minutes. Oh, Ami, is that a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me.
Okay, so the Y answer, right?
Yeah.
Is it supposed to look like that?
It's supposed to be a nice answer.
Like a fraction?
No.
Oh, okay. Yo.
Your Y answer should be -1. If you're not getting -1 for Y, something has gone wrong. And if you get Y wrong, then your X will be wrong.
Ma'am, I got -4, 1,4.
That is not right. But we'll figure it out as we go through it. Lee Kalen, yes, I'm enjoying that answer. Okay, you got 1 more minute to try and finish this one off, and then we're going to go through it together. Tim Tanda?
I'm only one sum away from the correct answer, and I feel like I can see why I did it incorrectly, where I feel like I might have messed up, but I don't understand why it's like that.
Okay, well, when we get to the point where where my answer on the screen looks different to your answer in front of you, put your hand up so I can call and we can figure it out, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Nokubonga.
No, ma'am, you said we should put our hands up if our answer.
No, I was waiting for CM Tanda because she doesn't know where she went wrong in her answer.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. All right, guys. The time has come. The 2 minutes has passed. Let's go through this. So, first step, we are going to isolate a variable. So I'm going to isolate x. You could also have isolated y if you wanted to. I'm just going to isolate x. So x is equal to 2 minus 3y, and I'm going to put it in brackets. Okay, cool. I'm going to now put that x over there. So I'm saying I have got 2. Let me write it underneath. 2 times 2 minus 3y plus y, which is equal to 9. Okay, so if anyone is feeling confused, this equation here is this equation here. I've just substituted my x in where it was x. All right. Now I'm going to do my distribution. So I'm going to distribute my 2 into both of those. So I'm going to get 4 minus 6y plus y, which is equal to 9. Concerning, do you have a question?
No, ma'am, sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry. I enjoyed I enjoyed that a lot. Okay, so now we're at this point over here. Now I want to keep my y's on one side and I want to move my numbers to the other side. So I have -6 plus 1, which is -5y, and 9 minus 4, which is 5. I'm going to divide both sides by -5. Oh, good, Nokabonga, I'm glad. Which means y is equal to -1. Then we just substitute it into our x equation to find x. So x is equal to 2 minus 3 times -1. Which is equal, so x is equal to 2 plus 3, which means x is equal to 5. Guys, it's so good when you recognize your mistakes, when you see where you went wrong. That's the best possible outcome, is to make a mistake and figure out where you went wrong. That's how you learn the most. So I get really excited when people make mistakes and figure out where they went wrong. Okay, so that is substitution. Now for this question, substitution would probably be a bit easier. Well done to everyone who got this one. I'm going to show you elimination just for those of you who want to see elimination. Okay, so I've got 2x plus y is equal to 9. And then I've got x plus 3y is equal to 2. I want these to be the same as each other. So I'm going to times this bottom equation by 2. So I'm going to have 2x plus 6y equals 4. I'm going to minus my bottom question from my top question. Well done, CM Tanda. 2x minus 2x is 0. Y minus 6y is -5y. 9 minus 4 is 5. Divide by -5 on both sides. Y is equal to -1. Substitute it back in. X plus 3 times -1 equals 2, which means x minus 3 equals 2. So x equals 2 plus 3, which means x is equal to 5. And we get to the same place. Okay, so it just depends on which one you feel more comfortable doing. Nice job, guys. Okay, let's try and do one more for the evening, and then I'm going to hand you over to Mr. Shongwe to do your quiz. But let's try and fit one more in for tonight. Let's do this one. Okay. So after this question, your brains can go to sleep for a bit. After the quiz. So after this question and the quiz, your brains can go to sleep. Or do homework. Yes, or do homework. Hopefully not too much homework. Oh, so much crying over homework.
Good luck, Muketwa.
Oh, an exam tomorrow. Oh no. Some of you need to I need to exercise. I need to exercise. But it's not happening tonight.
I'm going to eat my one pack.
Oh, that's great that you finished last week. That's nice. Remember, if you want to check an answer, you're welcome to send through a direct message and I'll tell you if you're right or wrong. Yeah, for this one, you should get a fraction, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, just from the questions. But yes, you can absolutely rearrange the equations. Yeah, to be clear, that's a great start. X is definitely equal to 10 plus y. That's a good start. Portia, yes, I'm happy with that answer. Everyone's looking in the chat to see if they can try and figure out what Portia said, but it was a direct message because I'm sneaky. I have to have one fraction question for the end of the evening. You know, I love my fractions. Okay. Okay, Twa, how can I help?
So, ma'am, when I'm doing the substitution method, the answer for y is the fraction, right? Should I
Yes,
turn
that
it
is
into a
right.
decimal?
No,
Should
no,
I turn
keep it as a fraction. Whenever you're dealing with an equation, always keep it as a fraction.
Even if it's going to be an improper fraction, ma'am?
Yes, absolutely, especially so.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. To be clear, how can I help?
Ma'am, can I answer this sum?
Yeah, what's my answer for y going to be?
Your answer for y is going to be negative 49 over 2.
And my answer for x?
And for x is going to be 10 plus y.
Which is going to be? Because now you know what y is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But your x is right. So your y is right, which means you're on the right track.
There, Dumisani has the answer.
Your x is going to be negative 29 over 2.
Yes, well done. Good. Okay, let's go through these. So in this case, the easiest one to isolate would be our x over here. So we're going to say x is equal to 10 plus y. Okay, and I'm now going to put that x over there. So I've got 5 times 10 plus y minus 3y equals 1. I'm going to substitute my 5 in. So I get 50 plus 5y minus 3y equals 1. Now I'm going to have 5y minus 3y equals 1 minus 50. So 2y equals negative 49, which means y is equal to negative 49 over 2. And that's our first step. Then we just substitute in our answer. So x is equal to 10 minus 49 over 2, and we can put that straight into our calculator, and you will get negative 29 over 2. And that is my x value, and that's my y value, and I know they are both gross, but such is life. Okay, I'm just going to quickly do the elimination method on the right-hand side, just for anyone who wanted it. So I've got 5x minus 3y equals 1. And then I've got x minus y equals 10. So I need to multiply everything at the bottom by 5. So I'm going to say 5x minus 5y equals 50. I'm going to minus my bottom equation from my top one. So 5x minus 5x is 0. Negative 3 plus 5y is going to give me 2y. 1 minus 50 is going to give me negative 49. So y is going to be negative 49 over 2, and then we just substitute in for x. Okay. And that is simultaneous equations. I think you may have just made a mistake with your variables then. But it sounds like you did all of the hard work. Guys, I'm so stoked. I can feel like the energy is better than Tuesday. I can feel like people are making progress and getting there, and things are starting to fall into place, which is great. That is what I love about maths. That just takes time and practice. So well done today. Well done to everyone who worked hard. Yeah.
Was it going to be wrong if I had changed the negative 49 over 2 into a decimal?
It's not wrong. It's just better whenever you're in an equation, always keep it as a fraction. Always keep it as a fraction.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, but well done, guys. I'm so proud of you. And I'm going to pass you on to Mr. Shongwe now so that he can help you get onto the quiz for this week. And I will see you all on Tuesday. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. And I hope that it's nice and sunny wherever you are. Okay, bye, love.